How about y'all? Y'all got a copy? Copy? Mic check? Mic check. Can y'all hear me? Am I coming across loud and clear? Somebody answer me. Oh shit, am I not on? Yeah. Let me see here. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Now I was playing with my mic that I got a long time ago again, and I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've tried to get that thing working like 5 million times, and I ain't gonna mess with it right now. It's a pain in my ass. How's everybody's weekend going? Sparker, Missy, Jesse, Naughty Drama, Nana, Beth Dutton. Thank you for the super smack, Jesse. Missy. On subs, can change. I was, man, have y'all seen the Brandy says there's a TikTok. I ain't found it yet. That they talk about that shit, what's his name? McDougall had just attacked somebody. But then I heard where the sheriff was reporting he had stabbed somebody, and I'm trying to find out if he's done two things or just one. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? He was accused, or the sheriff had said, I actually think, from the way I understood it, old McDougall had stabbed somebody, and somebody else was actually arrested for it. Did y'all see that? Because I can't find it now. After I seen it, it was like a clip, and it was the sheriff talking about something to that effect. But I never could. I didn't catch if he had done it once or twice. I don't think y'all know what I'm talking about. It. The sheriff was caught like on the hot mic moment. Hold on a minute. Oops. Y'all bear with me for a second. Ah, shit. Well, never mind. I guess I'm not going to be able to find it. But apparently, we all know he had charges. And there was some kind of incident. Because I know I seen it on the news. Why didn't I get my notification? I didn't give a lot of forewarning on this, Suzette. I just mainly came on to BS, but I was hoping somebody would know what I was talking about with the latest stabbing was August 2023. Okay, there you go. Was it that long ago? I thought it was more recent than that. Okay. See, that's wild. That goes to show you old McDougall should have done been in the lockdown. Did y'all see his picture? I do have that. Check it out. God, man, I tell you, I know I said this a million times the other night, but he got creep all over him, don't he? I just thought he was in jail on unrelated assault charge. Well, under the jail. Yeah, I think Texas might have a whole different plan for him. Did y'all see what I read was his charge is capital murder. Now, everywhere I've seen, I haven't checked the law yet, but capital murder is always like a death penalty crime, I think. Don't quote me on that. Let me look real quick before I tell you wrong. In Texas, is capital murder a death sentence crime? Mm-hmm. In Texas, the difference between murder and capital murder can be summed up in two words: death penalty. Capital murder is punishable by life in prison without parole or the death penalty. Okay, cleared that up. Okay, and he is charged with capital murder, so that answers any doubt in my mind that there was. You know, I can't say that I want to see somebody die, but if you have it, what would be more deserving than what we're pretty positive he's done? Assaulted 2 women, pled lower on one, no SO registered, if I remember. See, and like, you know, this is kind of justice for those his other victims too, in my opinion. Thank you, Suzette. If well, yeah, the way I see it, it's kind of justice for everybody. And who knows how many he's got. I'm telling you, this dude, man, everything I've seen and heard about him, I think there's going to be more people. He's probably got more victims than we know about. I guarantee you. It's just how many more. This makes me wonder what things he has done to that poor girl long before he killed her. See, yeah, and I think we've determined too that he had been in that position for a while. You know, I'm telling you, all the creepy social media, you can't tell me this dude wasn't doing other shit. Did one of his other victims speak out recently? Yes. Yeah. Y'all can check it out. There's I'll even help you look it up. There's a girl that come out and they already talked to her. She describes her interaction with him. I seen enough when I saw the stamp of Hitler on him. Let your daughter around him. No. That's what I'm telling you. I told Brandon, I was like, you know, I think what I should do is make a video of red flags, because apparently to some people, you know, they see these things and they still don't know. I'm telling you, anybody that has a young daughter, do not let them around any non-biological male, especially, I mean, you see, man, you see. I should have run a poll. What's the question? To fry or not to fry? I should have did a poll, you know what? Damn, I wish I would have done it now. I guarantee you, though, there'd be the outliers. It wouldn't be 100%. It never is, you know. But I think some of their thinking might be on it, though, that they'd rather see him suffer in prison. See, I think about that too, you know, depending on what their experience is in prison. Now, somebody like him, it's hard to tell, you know, who knows? He's got that big swastika on him, so he's probably going to have some gang affiliations. Would they take up for him? I would hope not. I really would. Thank you, Jesse. You can super chat. That'd be a good way to get your word out. If you want to contribute to the program, tell us what you've been up to, Jesse. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Whatever lets him suffer the most. Yeah, I'm kind of with that too. You know, I almost think his life in prison would be worse. Some women would rather have an abusive boyfriend than no boyfriend at all. Ain't that the truth? And I hate that too, man. See, and it's touchy for me to talk about that because, you know, I'm a man and typically women get pissed if I weigh in on stuff like that. But I'm telling you, some people just act like being alone without a partner is a death penalty in itself. And I don't get it. The other prisoners will take care of him, no doubt. Yeah. I hope. Well, yeah, I do hope. You deserve it for, you know, that. Well, I would think trial shouldn't be too far down the road. I hope it don't come out to where he pleads out, though, to get out of the capital murder. I think they got his ass, though, man. I mean, they's talking about they got rope that matches up. They got tons of video surveillance. He apparently back into something, left some more evidence in case there was doubt that he was at these places. I don't think he should. I don't know why the prosecution would offer him a plea unless, the family, and, who knows, the family might be all about letting him take a plea. You never know. A lot of the times when it comes to that situation, the family always has some kind of, some pull as to which way you go with stuff like that. I don't see where he would have anything to leverage, though. Really. That's so true. Some people just can't live alone. Me, I would love it. Me too, man. If I didn't have Brandy, I'd be perfectly happy alone after the kids are gone. Usually when they send you on a wild goose chase with a murdered child, they give him the chair. Yeah, I don't see where this cat has any pull whatsoever of anything, in my opinion, man. I really don't. I don't know why, the case has got to be really solid just off what we know, what we've seen in the affidavit, But Texas, let's just, be honest of the reality of the situation. Even though they do it, they don't carry out a ton. Because I've been looking up statistics. I like to know what the odds of shit happening is. They got a ton more than they actually do. Oh, God, I wish I would have saved that. I looked that up the other day. I bet you I can even still find it open. Hold on. How many people did Texas execute in 2023? Here we go. Bear with me. 8. Texas put 8 people to death in 2023. The execution dates of 3 other men were withdrawn by trial courts, and 1 man received a last-minute stay. 4 of the 8 executed were. See, that's the thing I don't get, though. To me, they let them stay on death row so long that it takes out the punishment. It takes away from the punishment when you get sentenced to death, but 30 years later, you're still waiting. I just don't have no faith in the system anymore, but I'm hoping this don't drag out no 30 years. I'm surprised schools didn't notify the dad that his daughter never made it to school. See, like I said, I don't know how it works there, but here you get a call. We get a call usually every day by about 10 if one of our kids is absent. But they have missed it too. There has been times when they haven't called. So, the system ain't perfect. And, I guess as far as he knew, see, I don't even really know where he was, but as far as he knew, she had made it to school, I guess. And I don't want to swear to this, but I'm wanting to say I've heard him say that it wasn't the first time that he had the job of taking her to school. Where have I seen that at? They said that he had took her to school when she would miss the bus before. He already has the shaved head. Yeah, I didn't think about that. He's one step up. He's haircut, check. They don't still use Sparky, do they? I know some states you can pick. You can choose between a couple things. I think the shot's too easy. We get a call, but it's well after they get home, so it doesn't help. See, when I was in school, the parents would get a letter. They didn't even get a call, it seems like. I hate to date myself, but Alabama retired Sparky a few years ago. What would y'all take? Let me know in the chat. Would you go with Sparky, the shot, or the firing squad? I definitely wouldn't pick Sparky because getting shot sucks, and I couldn't imagine getting shot to that degree. You'd pick Sparky? I think I would go firing squad myself. Hope somebody had some real damn good aim. The chair's intimidating. Firing. Yeah. Sparky wouldn't be my pick. Y'all remember Green Mile? Dude, like he didn't water the sponge appropriately and dude got burned up. Ugh. Needle. Yeah. I'd take the needle too. Needle. I didn't think nobody was going to answer me. I was like, is that a personal question I shouldn't ask them? Why do criminals have a right to choose when victims don't? None of the above. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing about the fairness of the system. Loved Green Mile. Green Mile was good. I cried at the end of Green Mile. I was like, this shit ain't right, man. Why? Why is it going down like this? I'll go firing squad. Yeah, I think I'd go firing squad. I don't like needles either. I think the needle seizes your body up, don't it? That's frightening. I don't know. I've seen them get I've heard rumors of them getting the cocktail wrong with the needle a few times, and that didn't seem too sweet, did it? They said that's a hell of a thing when they. I can't remember the exacts of the case, but they said they give dude like too much of one, not enough of the other, and had like a hell of an effect. Like it was like he was drowning, is how they described it. I wouldn't choose for him to commit that kind of a crime against a child either. My feelings, I would just leave at the door, but that's just me. I'm stumped on that one. What if they keep missing the vein? Ugh. He's a coward. He'll probably take himself out, honestly. I hope not, man. That I always feel like we get robbed when that happens. You know? Y'all know Diane Downs is still trying to get parole. Last I heard, they still hadn't let her out. Y'all know who that is? I think everybody knows who Diane Downs is. Well, Josh might not. He's a young pup, but I think most of you probably do. She's the one that took her kids out and shot them. Then said some bushy-haired stranger had gotten her. But I seen where she's still going to have another chance at parole. That scares the hell out of me. She's John's nightmare. She is, man. I'm telling you. There's a new thing I seen the other day. It was one of her parole hearing things that I haven't seen anymore or before. If y'all want to see somebody that is truly evil, that's your woman right there. It's like she's trying to Jedi mind trick the parole board, and she's not like they'll ask her questions, and in every answer, somehow she manages in her answer to talk about how she's going to do this or that when she gets out. It's amazing stuff. Like she's almost convinced them she's getting out. Isn't Susan Smith up for parole soon? I don't know. By God, we can Google that shit though. When is Susan Smith up for parole? Ooh, November 4th, 2024. Wow. Man, how long has it been? Let me see. Pull up the article. Oh, come on, man. How long ago was that? Y'all bear with me. Man, I cannot believe that. That's mind blowing. It's already 95. Damn, it's been since 95. She was convicted on July 22nd of 95. Wow. That's crazy. Hard to believe she's already up. I am in South Carolina, where Susan Smith's crime took place. She is up for parole in November, not an automatic release. Wow. So she's been 95, 05, 15. She's pulled almost 30 years. God, I can't believe it's been that long. Long Lake is right below where I live. Really? Hold on, here's an article on Susan. She was convicted on July 22nd, 1995, of murdering her two sons, 3-year-old Michael Daniel Smith, born October 10th, 91, and 14-month-old Alexander Tyler Smith, born August 5th, 93. Sue Smith reportedly told one of several suitors that she would make a good stepmom as her first parole hearing approaches in her life sentence for drowning her two boys. Wow. Can you believe that? So apparently, I don't know how they got the word out, but Susan's been telling her suitors that she would be a good stepmom. Can you believe that? Oh, wow. She also told an admirer on a recorded jailhouse phone call last month she could see herself around kids. You'd be great, babe, responded the suitor, one of her more than half a dozen corresponding with Smith. Oh, wow. So there's like 6 boyfriends that are having the relationship with Susan Smith. Oh. If you find that just disgusting, show your best emoji of what you think of guys that are dating Susan Smith right now. Ugh. You'd be great, babe, responded the suitor, one of more than half a dozen corresponding with Smith. Half a dozen. Wow. Smith began her 29-year sentence on November 4th, 94, after she was convicted on 2 counts. Initially, Smith told investigators there was a black man had carjacked her while the 2 boys were still inside the car. Days later, she wept alongside husband David Smith on national television. Your mama loves you so much, she said during one news conference. Do y'all remember that? That was kind of like her. Well, that's one of the things you kept seeing after from her was the when she said that. Mama loves you. Oh, wow. Your mama loves you so much, she said during one news conference. Ultimately, Smith admitted there was no carjacker. She let her car roll into the John D. Long Lake and watched as the vehicle sucked with the 2 children strapped into the car seats. Susan, I could really fall for you, but like I have told you before, there's some things about you that aren't suited for me. And yes, I am speaking about your children, he wrote. Who wrote that? Her prospective affair partner and ex-boyfriend, Tom Findlay, penned a letter a week earlier that prosecutors said drove Smith to drown the boys. Oh, I never heard this. Susan, I could really fall for you, but like I have told you before, there are some things about you that aren't suited for me. And yes, I am speaking about your children. I never knew that he had wrote her a letter. They had that. But Smith has long argued that she did not drown the children for a man's sake, claiming instead that she had a psychotic breakdown. I didn't know about the letter. Did y'all know about that? Chris M. came to SC and did a whole video on Susan Smith and the route she took to the lake. He did a great job. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that. She gets out those guys, best get a snippy snip. I tell you, I would have real issues with allowing her to be a stepmom. Hey, Brandy.
Yeah.
Do you know Susan Smith is up for parole in November? Yeah. The one that drowned them in the van.
Yeah, that's not right.
I found an article that was talking about there's over 6 dudes courting her while she's in prison, talking about she'd be a good stepmom.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
No shit, right?
I bet she'll get out there probably.
You think? I don't. I'd be surprised if she gets out on the first one.
Yeah.
She may, though. I mean, who knows? She's been in there for almost 30 years. Which I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying, you know how shit goes. It wouldn't shock me if she did get out. She will now be the new Gypsy Rose. You know, Gypsy Rose is kind of fallen out of grace quite a bit since she's been out running that mouth on her. She made the statement. She said, I don't identify as a killer. No, you identify as somebody that talked somebody into it.
I don't know how she did get live killing two kids.
She teaches crafting classes and does Bible studies these days in prison. I don't know, man. You know, I guess Christians will say you've got to forgive her, but I don't know, man. I just can't get when somebody's the worst thing they've done is that bad. They pretty much. What, honey? Bible studies. Yeah, that's what Susan Smith teaches these days. Susan Bell, now her I do feel bad for. That woman needed mental help not to keep getting pregnant. Yeah, you're talking about, what was her name? I know who you're talking about. Andrea Yates. I tell you, I think I'm kind of with y'all. I think she was crazy. I think Susan Smith, though, is just evil. I think she actually did it to get with that dude. I really do. Her husband should have listened to the doctors. Yeah, they both should have. They all seem to get religious when they go to prison. Amen. Yeah. Ain't that the truth? And see, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, you go do some horrible thing and then you live the rest of your life a Christian. Does it make up for it? I don't know. I know it's supposed to, but I guess I'm just not as good as other people. I kind of hold a grudge when you've done shit like that. I think there's some things that just go beyond forgivable. Audrey Yates had a husband that wouldn't let her take antidepressants. Her husband kept her barefoot and pregnant. Yeah, her husband was definitely not a great husband. What was his name? Didn't he have a cheesy name too? Can't remember his name now. I thought it was some kind of cheesy name. It's their religion. Stepmom from hell. Yeah. I'm still shocked though. She's already up for parole. Audrey Routier, she's still on death row. Y'all remember her? Since we're looking up old ones, I'm gonna check her case. I'm pretty sure she's still on death row. Unless, you know. Is Darlie Routier still on death row? Especially when killing her and kids. To me, there's no bigger sin. I can forgive a lot, but not that. Yeah, it's kind of where I draw the line on a lot too. Y'all remember Darlie Routier? She was the one that was spraying the silly string at her son's funeral services. She was spraying silly string on the ground. No, it was their, I think maybe it was their birthday. She had went to there and was spraying silly string and shit a week after they had died. It was a necklace that saved Darlie Routier's life. Oh, yeah. Y'all remember she had the cut on her. I still think there's a 99.99% chance she's guilty. The Dallas Susan Smith is what they called her. She's still on death row. That's good. That kind of don't make the Susan Smith's thing sting as bad, knowing that at least there's somebody. Of course, man, Susan Smith, 30 years, a long time being in jail. You know, that was the sentence. So, I don't know. I have feeling there'll probably be a couple people. She gets out, want to promote her. I guarantee you. Well, like we seen, she already has 6 suitors, so that's a good start in that direction. You just think Darlie could have been innocent until I weighed all the forensic stuff, made me know better. Can you take this photo off and put up Audrey's photo? Victim's focus, not just waste of breath, please. Yeah, I could. You could be nice about it. There. Hey, John and Brandy, I'll just chat. Sorry I'm late again. It's okay, Mary. I was just bored and wanted to come on and BS for a little while. I really was seeing if anybody else had seen the video that I was telling y'all about. I don't think there's anything new on his case. I know that I did see the autopsy, and I think that, yeah, after my live, the autopsy had come back that said that it was force, what do you call it, blunt force trauma, which that didn't shock me. I seen something else though, but I haven't seen it confirmed, and I'm not going to speculate. As far as it says now, it was just that it come out as blunt force trauma. Has anything else come out? I don't think so. I haven't looked today, I don't think. Let me check real quick, see if there's any updates. When I worked for an OB doctor, when mothers would come in for 6 weeks, check after giving birth, we did screening for postpartum depression. I tell you, when you got as many as what's her name had, I think it's just too much for anybody. I don't know how women could do that. Raise 6 kids that are stair steps like that, or however many she had. I'm looking. Bear with me a second. Now there is nothing. 4 days ago, 3 days ago. Ooh. Who are Audrey Cunningham's parents? Arrest a family friend. Suspect brings late 11-year-old's father under scrutiny. This is online. I'm going to read y'all some of this. A girl from Livingston Town. Hold on. Let's see what it says. Neighbor and family friend Don Steve McDougall was taken into police custody on February 16th on a separate felony charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. However, he is now the prime suspect in the disappearance. I thought I was going to talk about the parents. Hold on. In the wake of this latest development on the case, claims have arisen on social media that Audrey's father, Joshua Cunningham, was a close friend of the suspect. Scrutiny has also fallen on Audrey's mother, Cassie. Cassie Matthews, who reported the same to the local law enforcement. Meanwhile, Joshua Cunningham has stayed away from the limelight, but has been identified as a close friend of the prime suspect. Well, that ain't telling us nothing we didn't know. This is supposed to be recent, unless there's. Hold on, y'all. Let me scroll for a second. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to tell us something about the parents. Hey, y'all. I saw this. It's so sad. They said her pants were on the bank on plunder. I'm glad they have this monster. See, I had heard that somewhere too, and I wasn't sure about it. I tell you though, you've seen the guy's social media and all that other stuff. I said this the other day. I expect there's going to be something bad. I would be shocked if there isn't. It was on Nancy Grace. Yeah, I knew I seen it somewhere. But I knew that was going to be the case, man. I'm telling you. None of that should shock anybody after seeing this dude, the sickening stuff he had, man. Or he had said. I got some decent pictures. I think here's the best one. And when we did our live the other night, that's when I found out about he had her tied to a rock thing. I didn't even know it until I read it. I had just clicked out the affidavit to read to everybody. The devil is alive. Got that right. Guys, I just want to come on and rant for a little bit. See how everybody was doing, catch up. That guy should have been in jail, though. That's all there is to it. He needs to be taken care of, not in a nice way. Lord, please forgive me for judging. Don't feel bad. I think a lot of people feel the same way, especially after finding out he had charges prior to all this. Been nice if he was already in jail. The wild stuff about him, though, does not surprise me after seeing his social media stuff. Like I was showing the other night. Not a bit. Reading the affidavit. I still can't find that video, though, about the sheriff. I'm going to look one more time for now. I know I seen that. Bear with me 1 second. Well, I'm at work, so it was a good break time. I thought you could listen the whole time at work, Suzette. Will harm you? Her dad is at least never going to get out. Do you know when he will be sentenced? I don't know, but we can find out real quick. What is Adam Montgomery sentencing? Sentencing date set after Adam Montgomery found guilty. Oh, that's for the weapons charges. Crap. Adam got life. So he's already been sentenced? I knew he was found guilty. I didn't know that. I thought that was separate hearings. Did he get life? Well, good. I couldn't watch that trial, man. It was horrible. I watched Kayla testify, and that's all I could take. That was enough for me. And I couldn't watch all of it. I didn't watch every bit of it. His sentencing will be in May. So he's facing life, right? Is that what we're saying? Okay, so he hasn't been sentenced. I'm thinking maybe they mean he's facing life. I know he was found guilty on everything, though. Adam. Good. Yeah. Jury has found Adam Montgomery guilty of murdering his 5-year-old daughter Harmony. The jury reached its decision after deliberating for about a day. They also found Adam Montgomery guilty of second-degree assault, falsifying physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, tampering with a witness, and informants. Sentencing likely will be scheduled for sometime after April 1st, but it could be as late as May. Prosecutors said they plan to file a request to require that Adam Montgomery be present for sentencing. That'd be nice. Did he ever come to court, Brandy? Do you know?
Who?
Adam Montgomery.
No, I don't think so.
It says the prosecution filed something, so he'll have to be at sentencing.
That's crazy. He didn't have to be there.
So his, according to this, could be as late as May. It hasn't been decided yet. Harmony's mother, Crystal Sorey, locked her arms with Harmony's foster mother in the courtroom for the verdicts. The room was packed with reporters and law enforcement. An audible sigh could be heard as the guilty verdicts were read. I'm finally feeling relieved that there's some justice being served, Sorey said. Obviously, it's not over, but I have a little bit of peace knowing that he's being held accountable because he thought he was so untouchable and that she didn't matter, nobody would miss her, and he was so wrong. He was so wrong. That was Harmony's mother that said that. Verdicts were a culmination of an investigation that was announced on New Year's Eve 2021 when police said they were searching for a 5-year-old girl who hadn't been seen for 2 years. Wow. Now the trial was over. The investigation continues because Harmony's remains have not been recovered. Adam Montgomery was found guilty of disposing of her remains in an effort to cover up the crime. He knows where she is, they're saying. Still got to find her. This girl deserves better than the life that she had. That's what the prosecutor was saying. Wow. Felt awful for the foster mom. Yeah. It's Adam. These are bad dudes. Him, McDougall, just bad people. Hopefully, they both end up getting what they deserve. I don't understand why Elijah's parents are in jail for neglect, but Summers aren't. You know, I've been checking. I was actually, me and Brandy was looking at that earlier, trying to catch up on that. And I didn't understand. I still didn't find any formal source on it that it really explained it. I'm thinking they've got some kind of evidence. I don't know. I'm not up on that. I'm going to start looking into that. That's Elijah. How do you say his last name? Vu? V-U-E, ain't it? Elijah. Have thoughts on why the Wells aren't in jail. I think everybody has thoughts. A lot of them are Hawkins County related. Cash bonds were set for the mother of missing 3-year-old boy Elijah and another man. Police are recommending Batter, the boy's mother, be charged with being party to the crime of child neglect. Bang may be charged with child neglect. So they're filing charges saying that her boyfriend was neglecting the child and that she was witnessing it. I don't know, guys. People got to do better, a lot of them. But I'm going to get off here. I just want to come on and say hi and ramble for a minute. That's pretty much, we're up to date on everything. We found out Susan Smith's up for parole in November. I'm still shocked at that. But I appreciate everybody coming. Thanks to all the members, all the subs, everybody that watches the replay. And thank you, Susie and Suzette and Jesse and everybody. Everybody enjoy the rest of our weekend, and we'll see you soon.